Hi, my name's Nick with Tractors and Stuff, and today I'm going to attempt to remake a video that I did a while ago now, how to take off the front end loader. That previous video, the audio quality wasn't so great. I figured I'm going to reshoot it today because I need to take the front end loader off anyway to do some maintenance and an upgrade underneath the hood that I'll be showing in a future video. For now, I'm not going to take down that other video because there might be a different angle, or I might say something a little bit different than I do in this one that you might want to go and take a look at. And this doesn't hurt anything to leave it up anyway, right? But hopefully this one, the audio quality is going to be a little bit better. And I'm going to go step by step, just like I did the last one, of exactly how to take this thing off so you can get better access underneath the hood to do maintenance and upgrades and that sort of thing. First things first, I got it parked on a hard level surface. I do need to raise it up a little bit to get to those feet up here. It's back far enough. I do have my truck in the garage, but it's back far enough I can get around it if I need to. So this thing can sit here for weeks and weeks and weeks. Hopefully not, just in case something happens to the tractor or something. It's not blocking anything. I'm very big on that. I've been blocked in before. It's not fun. Let's not do it again. So without further ado, let's get it fired up, raise up the front end loader, and get those feet down. So these feet, there's two of them. There's one here, there's one on the other side. It's got to pull the pin, pull this out, drop this down. It goes all the way into the last hole. Put the pin back in, and then go around and do it on the other side. The next thing we need to do is pull these pins out, but in order to get the pressure off them, we got to put the bucket on the ground. Okay, now I got some pressure taken off. I'm feeling this pin. I can move this pin. I'm going to pull the back part of the pin out. Pull this pin out. Go around and do it to the other side. Now so far we haven't unhooked the hydraulics. The next thing we need to do, since we don't have any pressure on this pin anymore, is use the hydraulics of the bucket to lift this pin that's right here out of the cup that's right here. We're trying to move this pin out of this cup. It will go. Seldom things go to plan, especially when I'm trying to film. I got this side to come out, the other side didn't. Let's go take a look at the other side. The other side, still very much in there. I've got you on a tripod, so it's still in there, and that looks like it just bent, that foot. And I think the reason for it why it bent is because this concrete is not the most level thing in the world. It's been moving and heaving with the cold. That's why it's all cracked and stuff. So maybe I got into a low spot or something. It just didn't come off evenly. And when one side came off, it kind of twisted around the tractor. So I'm gonna do my best to try and get this off, especially now. So this is like the 10th time I've had this front end loader off. almost off. Unlike the very first time I did the video, that was like my second time ever doing it. I have a little bit more experience doing it now. This is the first time it's ever hung up like this. So I gotta try and figure out what I'm gonna do. I can see that it just barely got to come up over that lip and it'll be off. But I got this side way off. Let's see here. I was saying about driving forward.
A few moments later.
All right, I'm getting myself in a pickle here. I'm gonna end up bending something more than I already did, and that's just this foot so far. Okay, ooh, up against hydraulic lines there. That's not good. I don't think I'm strong enough to bring this over. Oh, there we go. Wow. That was probably the absolute hardest time I've ever had taking that off. And what I ended up doing, I don't know if the camera caught it or not, but I just grabbed the hold of the bucket and just pulled like this right here, and that popped it out. When I got out of the tractor, I noticed that my brush guard right here was starting to push up against here. I mean, you can't see what I'm looking at. I noticed that the brush guard right here was starting to hit these right here. It's like really close, getting really close to hitting those. So I'm happy that I got it off. I might have to straighten that leg. I don't know yet. But let's move on. These things happen, right? I mean, I'm not afraid of showing my mistakes, like I always say. I don't know if that was my mistake or what. Maybe there's a rock that was caught under there. Maybe some frost or something stuck. I don't know why that did that. That's the first time it's ever happened. Usually this thing comes right off. So, but let's go on to the next step and we'll move on. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is actually unhook the hydraulics. Now with the engine off, you want to relieve the pressure on these by taking the joystick. I'm going to swing you around. Take the joystick and simply move it around with the engine off. All right. Now we're just going to unhook the hydraulics. And one thing that LS did I really like is that they're staggered. They're not right on top of each other. Makes it really easy for hooking and unhooking. So we just need to pull it back, take it off. To get them all done, I like to take them and like to hang them out here so they clear everything. So, okay, so the next thing we need to do, just so I don't forget, and that is put these pins back in. All right, I'm going to get the other pin installed and then we'll just back away from this thing. Just gotta fire it up now. Put it in reverse. Slowly back away. And that is how you take off the front end loader. I'm done with the maintenance on the tractor, the feature enhancement I just did. So if you're going to watch this one first, how to remove and install the front end loader. That one will be second. So I'm all done, it's all good. I'm going to get this thing hooked back up again. So I'm gonna go grab the tractor. Drive it on in. Make sure that you're lining up your pins with those little cups. Forgot a step. Before you start driving into your front end loader, make sure you remove these pins. Otherwise you won't be able to. Okay, let's try that again. Just gonna slowly inch it forward here. Shut off the tractor. The very first thing we need to do is grab our tub of towels, clean these connections, and hook them up. Just like before, we're gonna use the tractor's hydraulics to move that big pin into the cup. Hopefully. Need to back up just a smidgen. Grab my pin. I look through the hole. See, we're not quite lined up yet. Go. Then go to the other side. Use my foot to hold pressure on it and work that joystick. Goes right in. Now we just need to lift the bucket up, hold our feet up. I like to lift up to where it's a comfortable height for me to work on. I'm just going to shut it off to make it less noisy. I pull my little keeper pin here. Let's go take a look at the other side. I probably messed it up pretty good. Okay, here on the other side, just looking at it, I can see it's bent right here, but the other side looks pretty straight. So I'm gonna pull this, pull the pin out, pin looks straight. Yeah, it's slightly bent. It won't go back up into this hole. I'm not even sure if you can get that, see that. Oh yeah, you can. So, because it won't go into there, what I'm going to try and do is just pull on it. There we go. So right here, this is like a U channel, but they cut out section right there to go around that lug. So that's right where it bent. That's actually a weak spot because of that. So I was able just to bend it by hand. No harm, no foul. Everything else is great. And that is how you take off and reinstall the front end loader on an LS XR 4145. Your tractor might be different. Most of them are pretty similar. So I hope this really helps you. If it did, please drop a like and consider hitting that subscribe button. It really does help us out. Stay tuned. We got a lot of great content coming up for you in the future. We got a giveaway coming out, and we got just a bunch of really good stuff you're not going to want to miss. So please stay tuned. Have a good one.